Everybody, welcome back for another week of Summer Classic 2024 tournament rankings. Each week, as most of you know, we break down the teams of where they rank from last year's tournament play and how they were ranked according to your softball tournament director, John Hunt here. So, looking at last week, for those of you who missed last week, number 29 was the free agents, Madison West team from Silver Valley. Number 28 was Mojo, Ryan Bushang's team, who took the Copper Division title. 27 was Off the Handle, Bethany's team from Coeur d'Alene. 26 was the Apple Knockers. 25 was Bloodline, Nathan Lewis's team from Wapato, first time team. Number 24 was Rogers Burgers, Justin Fay's ninth time in the tournament, moving on up. 23rd is BSE, Ray Stewart's team. We're going to have a celebration of life for Ray during the Summer Classic. More information to come on that. Number 22 is Hub from Missoula, Montana. 21, Carlson Gunsmithing, Carolyn's team from Lewiston. Number 20, Brandon's team. And the picture's a little foggy, but it's number 19. That team is the Goat Show from Helena, Montana. This is Cole Sullis's team. This is their third year in the tournament. In 2000, they missed 2023, so in 2022 they were ranked 14th. Last year they moved back a little bit to 19th. They played out of Group I, and they took on some tough teams. They played Rip It for Ryan. This is Summer Keenan's team from Kennewick. They beat them 21-1. Then they lost to Speed Kills from the Dows. This is Francisco's team. There's two Speed Kills team. They lost to them 12-10. And then they played a very improved Spokane Retros team. Brett Fasten's team from Spokane. They lost to them 21-10. Spokane Retros had a really good showing this last tournament. That put them in the Silver Division, where they took on a Reds Bar team that really bounced back from a very rough 2023 campaign. Reds Bar in the quarterfinals beat them 12-4. I'm not sure if Cole's going to be back this year. Number 19, Goat Show. That moves us into number 18, and it's Ruckus from Spokane, Washington. Brandy Groth's team. This is their fourth year in the tournament. Last year in 2023, they ranked 16th, about the same ranking as this year. They ranked 18th this last year. They played out of Group K, where I think this was a Friday night in the mud game. They took on Shenanigans and beat them 29-0. Then they took on the Misfits from Colville and beat them 19-0 until they ran into Cold Snacks. This is Chase Hart's team from Coeur d'Alene, and Cold Snacks was able to give them their first loss of the tournament at a 19-7 clip. That put them in the Silver Division, where they took on, in the quarterfinals, a Twist Me Up team, and in a very back-and-forth game, fell to them 19-18. Each year, Brandy has her Mudheads team that she coaches, the 14U team. They come out and they sell tickets and take our team pictures. So thank you very much, Mudheads, for coming out and doing that each year, for helping with the team pictures. Number 18, Ruckus will be back again this next following year. Looking forward to having him back. And that quickly moves us into number 17, Cold Snacks from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. This is Chase Hart's team. Chase has played in the tournament many years, and a lot of these guys have probably played in the Summer Classic many, many years, but first time together as a team. So it was great to have Cold Snacks put together. They had a good tournament. They played a lot of really tough teams. They started out in Group F, where they went 1-2. They took on Smash Brothers. They fell to them 20-5, but this was Smash Brothers, you'll learn, is one of the better teams in the tournament from last year. Then they took on Ruckus, who we just mentioned, and they were able to beat them 19-7. And then they took on Trash Pandas. This is the second place team from last year, so Cold Snacks really had their hands full. But they got to play the best, and they fell to them 21-7. That put them in the Silver Division, where that put them up against a great matchup against Nice Snatch. We'll talk about them in just a second. Colton's team from Coeur d'Alene. This game went back and forth, but Nice Snatch in the quarterfinals was able to take them out 12-11. Cold Snacks is in for number 17. Well, we just talked about him a second ago. Number 16, this is Nice Snatch, Colton Pugh's team from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Colton has a really good team too, kind of like Chase's team from Coeur d'Alene. These are a couple of the better teams from Coeur d'Alene, and they took on some really tough teams. This team is their first time year playing together, though this team has played in the Summer Classic. Probably all these guys have played several different years. They played out of Group A, where they went 0-3, but they took on some of the best of the best. They played BDG, Big Dick's Gym, which was, as you'll find out later, one of the better teams in the whole tournament. Lost to them 11-1. Then they took on Justin Capel's Diamond Rejects team, fell to them 23-15, another top 5 quality team. And then they took on Hit List. This is a team from Lewiston, another really tough team, fell to them 14-12, but a better matchup for them. I put them in the Silver Division, where they took on Cold Snacks. We just talked about them. They were able to outlast them 12-11. And then in the semifinals, they fell to Speed Kills from the Dow 16-6. Colton's got a team back in, different Different team name, number 16. Nice snap. Okay, quickly jumping into number 15. This is Twist Me Up. Ashley Moulton Danielson's team from Bozeman, Montana. We don't have a lot of teams coming over from Bozeman. We're great. We're glad to have them over. I think this is their first year in the tournament, though I had that they might have been ranked 19th in 2023. So forgive me for not knowing that for sure. They were from Group G and they went 1-2. They took on Wasted from Hermanston. Wasted had a tough round robin play. They beat them 27-1. Then they lost to the Savage Patch Kids, who this is Joseph's team. Savage Patch Kids had a really good tournament. They lost to them 10-17, and then Nats Dogs, one of the best teams in the Summer Classic, they fell to them 14-3. That put them in the silver division where they made a little run here. They took on in the quarterfinals, Twist Me Up took on Ruckus from Spokane, able to outlast them 19-18. That put them in the semifinals against Reds Bar. We'll talk about Reds Bar here in just a second. Reds Bar was able to beat them 28-10. So, but number 15, we'll see if Ashley has a team in this year. I'm not sure yet. Number 15, Twist Me Up from Bozeman. And then now we get into number 14. This is Reds Bar from Missoula, Montana. This is Reds Bar 5th tournament appearance. I've talked about him quite a bit just in round robin play from other scores we've had. Reds Bar had a real big improvement. They finished 27th in 2023, jumped back up to 14th this last year. They played out of Group J where they took on Off the Handle on a Saturday morning game, just got by them 15-14. Then they took on In-House Sports and outlasted them 23-17. Took on CGS, a team from Hawaii. Pretty good team too, and they fell to them 3-18. So that put them in the silver division where they made a little bit of a run. They took on the Goat Show in the quarterfinals and beat them 20-4, which was a surprising score. How big that score was. Same with Twist Me Up. They were able to beat them 28-10 in the semifinals. That put them against Speed Kills from the Dalles, and Reds Bar looked like they were going to take that, but Speed Kill really stuck with them and were able to take them out 13-11 in a great championship game. But Reds Bar is back in the field this year, number 14. Right back at it. Number 13 was Speed Kills. We just talked about them. Francisco Garcia's team from the Dalles, Oregon. They travel one of the more teams to travel the farthest to get here each year. This is their 4th tournament appearance. A great group of people. If you've ever had a chance to play against these guys, there's a lot of fun people. They were ranked 13th last year, 13th this year, so they stayed about the same. They played in Group I, where they went 2-1. They lost to the Spokane Retros, 18-14 team from Spokane. They beat the Goat Show 12-10. And then they were able to get by Rip It for Ryan 16-11 to give them a 2-1 record. That put them in the silver division, where they one team got a first round bye, and that was them. So they played in the semifinals, and they played Nice Snatch, and they beat them, Colton's team from Coeur d'Alene, 16-6. In the championship game, we just talked about it, against Reds Bar 13-11. For Speed Kills, first bracket championship ever. So congratulations to Francisco. Couldn't happen to a better group of people. So they're back in the tournament again this year looking to defend the title. Number 13, Speed Kills. Okay, now we run into number 12, and this is Hit List from Tri-Cities. I think I identified it from Lewiston earlier. That's incorrect. They're from the Tri-Cities. Damian Martinez's team brought a very competitive squad up. This team plays in a lot of tournaments. I've seen them out there. So this is their first year in the Summer Classic, and they took on some good teams out of Group A. They took on some of the best, actually. They played the Diamond Rejects and fell to them, Justin Capel's team, 16-9. Then they played BDG. We'll talk about them next week. They fell to them 16-14, and they'll find out that's no shame in that. And then they beat Nice Snatch, another good quality team. This is Colton's team from Coeur d'Alene, 14-12. That put them in the gold division, where they took on TLM, and this was a team that was really stacked. This team could have probably been, that was the one argument team that could have been, there's actually quite a few teams that could have been platinum. This team could have definitely been one of them as well. They fell to them 17-2, which you find out later on is no disgrace. Hit List is back on the list to be in the tournament again this year. We're looking forward to having Damien's team back out. Number 11 is the Spokane Retros. Brett Faisons, sorry, Brett, for mispronouncing that, from Spokane. This is the 3rd year in the tournament, and Spokane Retros has been getting better and better each year, and this is their best tournament showing. As you see, in 2023, they were ranked 30th. They moved all the way up to number 11, so what a fantastic jump for them. They played out of Group I, and they played some good teams, and they won this group. They went 3-0. They played Speed Kills from the Dalles. They were able to beat them 18-14. Then they took on the Goat Show. We talked about them earlier, and they beat them 21-10. And then they took on Rip It for Ryan, Summers' team, and were able to beat them 17-6. Some good scores there. That put them in the gold division. In the gold division, they ran up against a tough CGS team that beat them 22-7. So, but overall, a great showing for Brett and his team. And like I said, they were Group I winners. Not sure if they're going to be in this year. Haven't heard from them yet as the time of this recording. We hope so. Spokane Retros, number 11. Okay, folks, the last team for this week, number 10, we enter the top 10 for the Summer Classic. This is the Sleepy Sloths from Great Falls, Montana. This is the fourth tournament appearance. They have one of the farthest distances to travel each year. So thank you, Brittany, for bringing your team over each year. In 2023, they ranked 10th. 2024, they ranked 10th. Group O is what they played out of, and they went undefeated. They went 3-0 and won that group. They played RBI for Her Pleasure, a team out of Missoula, a pretty good team, and they beat them 19-1. They took on another one. This was the silver division winner, I think, or maybe bronze. I'm sorry, bronze division winner. Another one. They beat them 19-9, and then they took on the Apple Knockers and dismantled them 17-2. That put them in the gold division this year, and this is the one thing with the Sleepy Sloths. They have great round robins. They just come up a little bit short each year. So in bracket play, they took on Speed Kills from Lewiston. This was a good game. I watched some of this, and this was 18-16 and went to Speed Kills. Looking forward to having their team back. They are in the field this year. Thank you, Brittany, for bringing her team over each year. Number 10, Sleepy Sloths. Next week, we look at the final teams, 1 through 9. We'll see you next week.